Rimuru was sitting in his office while looking at a crystal ball in his hand. A battle was playing out before him. One of the fighters he saw in the tournament and another fighter with blue hair. This fight between the two of them was long before the tournament ever happened. It was a battle between two fighters from Universe 6. Rimuru had a smile on his face. Rimuru. Grimjo, interesting. I wonder what I could do if I take his place. I mean, we have the same color hair, and I can change my appearance to match his. A small chuckle escapes from Rimuru's mouth. Rimuru. I look forward to replacing you spot number 6 hahaha. I wonder how everyone would react to me stopping time here to go be in Espada for some time. I'll bring it up later with Seal. What do you think about it, Ultima? Ultima was standing behind his chair. Ultima. I'm sure no one would mind, my lord. Rimuru. Yeah, you're right, but anyway, let's get ready. You and Carrera will be the ones to accompany me. Ultima just smiled. Ultima. It would be our honor, my lord. The two of them left to get ready. Some time passed and they are all currently in Rimuru's office. Seal was sitting on Rimuru's lap. Rimuru. So that's it. Does anyone oppose me going to Universe 6 a bit? Seal. No, we don't, but what about the game here? Rimuru. Don't worry, we could pause it and come back the same time we left. Seal. Okay, whatever you decide, darling. Suddenly a gateway rose from the floor, opening up. Once the doors opened, revealing a beautiful woman with blue hair and a maid uniform. Rain. Greetings, Lord Elijah. I'm here to escort you towards tonight's event. Please, whenever you're ready. She bowed her head. Rimuru walked up towards Rain and placed his hand on her chin. Rimuru. Please don't bow your head, darling, because I love seeing your beautiful face. Rimuru leaned in and bit her ear, causing Rain's entire face to be red. Tessarasa. My lord, no fair. I also want to have your attention. Rimuru. Don't worry, my darling, you'll have it tonight when I come back. Ultima and Carrera, let's go. Rimuru, Ultima, Carrera, and Rain walked through the door, and it closed behind them. Rimuru. So Rain, do you have a boyfriend? He smiled at Rain. Rain was still blushing. Rain. No, Lord Elijah, I do not. Rimuru. Well, I'm always available, just saying, hahaha. Rain was just flustered. Rain felt the killing intent from Ultima and Carrera, so she remained calm. Finally, they all arrived at the meeting room. Rimuru thought to himself. Rimuru. Seems we're last. Roy Luminous is standing in a maid outfit again. I'll tease her. Free, Carrion, Dino, Dagrul, Leon, Guy, Ramers, and Milam. Leon Pav. I walked into the meeting room and everyone had been seated already. As I sat down, I noticed that bastard Clayman's chair was empty. I almost smiled thinking of his death, but suddenly I felt an enormous amount of pressure coming out way. I looked at Guy, his eyes are also opened. Everyone is just staring in one direction. Everyone wants to see just what is behind this huge aura. Finally, Rain walked in with the three individuals, and my eyes widened behind me. This person and his attendants were on another level. His two attendants seemed to be on the level of Guy, and the man with the blue hair was on his plane of existence. Suddenly all their aura just disappeared. If I didn't have my eyes, I wouldn't even know they were standing there. Finally, the one with blue hair takes his seat, and the two women go stand behind him. Everyone is just quiet. Then Pav. Misery spoke up. Misery. The meeting shall now begin. She went back to her position. The guys stood up. Guy. Fellow demon lords, tonight we are here to discuss Clayman death, as well as the rise of the demon king Elijah. Everyone just looked at Rimuru. He still had a smile on his face and his eyes closed. Guy. Since Clayman is no longer here, I would like to nominate Elijah for a seat among us. Are there any who would oppose this? The guy finally went back to his seat. Leon was the first to speak up. Leon. I have no interest in who joins. Ramers. Sure, let him join. Roy. I also have no issues. Milam stood up from her seat and walked over to Rimuru's seat. Milam. Why can't my Milam I work on you? Everyone was shocked to hear that. Usually Milam could see through anything. Rimuru just kept a smile on his face. Rimuru smile, because I'm hiding it. Milam beamed up. Milam. That's so cool. If that's the case, why don't we fight a little? When she said that, even Dino lifted his head. Rimuru. Sure, I have no problem if you insist. I'd be more than willing to. Then he placed the table in his storage. He and Milam walked towards the center, and Guy put a barrier around them. Rimuru just kept smiling at Milam. Rimuru. Remember, I'm not gonna go easy, okay? Milam just smiled. She can't remember the last time she was this excited. This new guy was interesting. Milam immediately went into her battle mode with her sword Tenma. The other demon lords were wide-eyed. They had never seen Milam serious before. Rimuru. Whenever you're ready. All of a sudden William fired a Drago Nova at Rimuru. This causes the entire place to lighten up. When the light cleared up, they could see Milam, and the newcomer going at it. Milam was swinging her blade with enough power to destroy a nation, but the newcomer just blocked with his bare hands, shocking them all. A mythical class weapon is being blocked with his hands. Dagrul. Man, where did this guy come from? Dino. I'd like to know as well. I just replied nonchalantly. Guy. He just showed up. Carrion. He's putting Milam on the back foot. Free. Never thought I'd see her struggle against an opponent. Rimuru. And all has been doing is blocking, he hasn't attacked once. When she said that they all released that all he was doing was taking on her attacks. He hasn't attacked yet. Rimuru jumped back and Milim did the same. Rimuru. Get ready, I'm gonna attack now. Milim Pov. He just said he'd attack. I quickly got into a defensive stand, all of a sudden everything went black. Then Pov. The room was silent. Everyone was on their feet. One of the oldest and strongest demon lords had been knocked out, and they didn't even see her opponent move. He was just standing there with his hands in his pockets. The barrier broke and the room went back to its original size. Rimuru. Carrere, heal her and wake her up, we still have a meeting to complete. Carrere. As you wish, my lord. Carrere was so happy. She couldn't even hide the gin on her face. Ultima just stood there with a smug look on her face, puffing out her chest. Everyone just remained quiet. Rimuru went back to his seat like nothing ever happened. Carrere finished healing Milim and she went back to her place. Milim slowly came back to her senses and raised her head. Milim. Damn, why does my head hurt so much? Rimuru answered her. Rimuru. Give it a couple of minutes. It will go back to normal. Milim stood up. Milim. Just what was that? I didn't even see you move. Rimuru. It's a trade secret. Milim was excited. She ran up towards Rimuru. Milim. Hey, can we keep on sparing sometime? I had fun. Rimuru. Sure, I don't mind. Milim. Yeah, I knew you'd be a lot of fun. She went back to her seat. Rimuru waved his hand and the table came back. Guy. I'm so yeah, Rimuru is officially a demon lord and Leon has taken over Clayman's territory. Are there any more issues? Free, raise her hand. Guy. Yeah, Free. Free. It's about the forest. Since Fildor isn't around anymore, does that mean it's fair game? Before Guy could answer, someone spoke. Rimuru. Love, the forest is my domain, but if you like, I'd be more than happy to open diplomatic relations with you and your people. He gave her that $1 million smile which caused Free to blush. Free. I see, then I look forward to it. Guy. Is that all? Rimuru. I'd just like to know who that new guy is. Everyone just nodded their heads, even Leon. Rimuru just smiled and grabbed his heart, acting hurt. Rimuru. Ouch, Rimuru, you have been to tell me you have forgotten your past lover. I'm so hurt. Rimuru was flustered and panicking. Rimuru. Wait, what are you talking about? Rimuru just laughed. Rimuru. Let's talk when your memories come back. Giving her a wink which caused her to blush. Suddenly a voice rang through the room. You're flirting with other women again, aren't you? I swear you're such a bad boy. Rimuru didn't even turn around. Rimuru. I wasn't doing anything, you know I only have eyes for you. Elzard. That's only when I'm around. Rimuru. Is that what you think of me, my love? Elzard sits on his lap. Elzard. Yes. I'm surprised you haven't attacked Free yet. Free, who heard this, just blushed. Rimuru ran his left hand over her cheek and right hand on her back. Rimuru. Me and Free do have a date to discuss business. Elzard. She what I mean. Rimuru. Shouldn't you introduce yourself to the people for crashing the party? Elzard just smiled at him and turned around. Elzard. I'm one of only 4 true dragons, Velzard the Ice Dragon. I'm also Elijah's wife. She said with a smug look. Rimuru leaned in and kissed her neck. Rimuru. Ha, it sounds like you staking your claim or something. Elzard. Because I am. The two of them chuckled. Rimuru. So Guy, I take it the meeting is over. Guy. Yeah, it is, and now it's time to start the banquet. Velzard, will you be joining us? Velzard. No, I just came to say hi, I still have things to do. She looked at Rimuru. Velzard. Darling, see you later. Then she walked out. After that they received their respective domains, Rimuru receiving the forest of Juraswell. Rimuru thought to himself. I'm not planning of doing anything there, but I just can't help but have a soft spot for that place. Right now Rimuru is messaging Luminous through thought communication. Rimuru. Hey, Lumi. Luminous. Again, what do you want? Rimuru. Nothing, not when you're in such a bad mood. Bye. He cut it off. Luminous just looked at him. She kept trying to reconnect the link, but to no avail. Rimuru wasn't paying her any attention, completely ignoring her. She got mad and told Roy to come so they could leave. Rimuru was sitting with Guy, Leon, Dagrul, and Carrion. Dino was just sleeping on the couch. They were all enjoying the alcohol Rimuru brought. Leon. Elijah, who are your subordinates? They seem pretty strong. Surprisingly, the one who answered was Dagrul. Dagrul. The one with purple hair is the primordial violet. Leon. Carrion. What? Guy. And the blonde one is the yellow primordial. Carrion. I see. Guy. He also has Blanc and Noir serving him. Dagrul. I see. Rimuru. Yeah, their names are Diablo, Testarossa, Ultima, and Carrere. Leon. You named them, that's just wonderful. Rimuru just smiled. Rimuru. Don't worry, they won't do anything. Guy. So Elijah, when are you gonna invite us to your nation again? I'm sure these guys would lose their minds seeing a place like that. Rimuru. You guys can stop by any time you want. Guy, just bring the beautiful Rain and Miss Airy with you. The guy just smiled. Guy? First you stole my partner and now you want to steal my servants as well. Don't you have enough women? Rimuru just smiled. Rimuru. There's no such thing. I stood up. Guy? You know I can become a woman if you want. Rimuru. I respectfully decline, but I'm sure Leon would take you up on that offer. Leon gave Rimuru a death glare. Guy? Oh how I wish, but it's been cold to me lately. Rimuru. I'm sure I can make Leon sleep with you, but you'll have to owe me one. Leon. I highly doubt that will ever happen. Guy? If you can then sure I'd owe you one. Rimuru stood up and whispered something into Leon's ear about Chloe Albert. Leon's eyes widened and looked at Rimuru. Rimuru just shook his head. Leon. Guy, I've accepted you but only once, and you have to change yourself into a woman. The guy spit out the wine he was drinking in surprise. The Western Nations Council. We are in a meeting room that is in chaos. The normal meeting was interrupted, but a messenger from the guild. Council members. What? Are you serious? The messenger. Yes my lord, this is the information from the guild, and its contents are about the demon lords that had a wall purchase. The moment he said that the previously chaotic room was silent. Council members. Well don't just stand there, what does it say? Messenger. Yes. The demon lords meeting was held last night. All the council members were on the edge of their seats. Messenger. With the death of Demon Lord Clayman from the Storm Dragon Rampage, there has been a new addition to the 10 great demon lords. Council members. I wonder who it is. Messenger. The new addition, the King of Monsters Demon Lord Elijah, has joined their ranks. The room was silent. Council member. Who the hell is that? I've never heard of him. While the others were discussing that, one council member stood up. Council members. Could it be the ruler of that new kingdom that was established, the one with the incredibly advanced technology? Everyone looked at the messenger. A lot of them had also heard that rumor. Messenger. Yes, you are right. Along with the nation Titan, he is also the ruler of the Jura Forest. The room was in chaos once again. Finally, a man stood up. He was Granbel Rosso. Granbel. What? That evil dragon is finally gone, and now you're telling me someone else took the forest from us. Council members. It was finally our chance to move in on the forest, and now some monster took it for themselves. I refuse. Granbel. What else does the report say? Messenger. Nothing else, but there's also this. Granbel. And what's that? Messenger. It's a message for Sarian. The room went silent again. Sarian, a nation that has never been involved with the council, also sent a message. They all knew how important this was. Granbel. What does it say? The messenger opened it and read it, and his eyes went wide. Granbel, seeing this, got angry at the messenger for just standing there, so he took the letter and read it. The two just stood there. Council member. What does it say, Granbel? Granbel. The leader of monsters Demon Lord Elijah and the Heavenly Emperor Omija are getting married. What? The entire meeting was in chaos again. Council. So Sarian and Titan have joined forces. I liked our chances against the new Demon Lord, but even if the entire Western nation took on Sarian, there's no way we'll win. Titan. Inside the garden behind the castle, that's where the new Demon Lord was seated, and the look on his face was completely and utterly boring. Diablo. Is everything alright, Lord Rimuru? Rimuru. I'm just bored, you know, everything here is taking too long to play out, so I was thinking if I should go and cause some problems in Benimeri universe or go hang out with Vildor. Diablo. My lord, you said something about taking the place of an Espada and causing problems, right? Rimuru eyes beam up. Sparkles all around him. Rimuru. That's right, first let's go see Vildor, and after that let's go to Universe 6. Go call everyone and get ready, once you're done we're leaving. Rimuru. Feels great to be the king, hahaha. Finally, after some time, Diablo, Ultima, Carrere, and Testarossa come. Carrere. I heard from Diablo that we're leaving for some time, my lord. Rimuru. Yes, but don't worry, I've already stopped the time here so nothing will happen. Testarossa. I see, but either way my lord, we will follow you anywhere. Rimuru. Yeah, I know, let's go, I'm sure Vildor is doing something stupid. They all disappeared. Universe 1 DC. Power Girl Pav. Inside the training room of the Watchtower. The entire 7 members of the original Justice League members were facing off against Vildor in training. They were Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Martian Manhunter, and Dr. Fate. Ever since the tournament they have been training to get better. Vildor also thought Superman his Vildor killing arts. Whenever they would train, the rest of the members and trainees would also come and watch them, so the training ground always had a lot of spectators. Vildor hit Superman in the gut and sent him crashing into Wonder Woman. The ones watching. Supergirl. That's gotta hurt. Hawkman. Of course it did. Power Girl. I can't wait for my turn to spar with Lord Vildor. Zatanna. You're the only one, honestly I'm scared to death. Suddenly they heard a laugh. Vildor. Ha, are you all even trying? I haven't even been scratched. The Flash was covered in wounds and breathing hard. The Flash. I almost died and he isn't even taking it seriously. Martian Manhunter. And on top of that we already tried everything. Suddenly Ramirez, who was sitting and eating along with her attendants, stood up, then her attendants kneeled. My eyes widened. I was there at the tournament so I know who just showed up. Car asked me. Supergirl. Hey, what's wrong, you look like you saw a ghost. Suddenly they heard a voice coming from behind the smoke. If you're looking for a fight I'd be more than willing to give you one. Once the smoke cleared it revealed 5 people. Those who were at the tournament immediately froze in fear. Kid Flash. Who the hell is that? Robin. Intruders. Suddenly Batman's voice ranged through the room. Batman. Quiet. Everyone was surprised by his yell. Suddenly the blue-haired figure talked again. Rimuru. What do you say, Vildor? When a fighter, do you just like showing off for the children? If that's the case I'd understand. Vildor, descend down. Vildor. Is that so, brother? Sure, I'd expect your challenge. It's been some time since we fought. Rimuru. Yeah, I know. The last time you had help you still lost. Rammers. Oh burn. Haha. Vildor had a vein on his head. Vildor. Shut up, you fairy. He shouted at Rammers. She started to fake cry. Everyone already knew this. Rammers. Rimuru, Vildor is mean to me. Rimuru. Don't worry, I'll destroy him for you. She instantly beams up. Rammers. Yeah. She sticks her tongue out at Vildor. Rimuru. I hope you have all your funeral preparations in order because you'll need it. He gave Vildor an evil smile. The friendly atmosphere inside the training ground of the watchtower had changed. Ever since the blue-haired man spoke to Vildor. Almost all of the members knew Vildor was a god of destruction, and disrespect would not be tolerated, and yet the man with the blue hair spoke to him, as if he was superior to Vildor. Because of this, they decided to remain quiet, even though 5 people just showed up out of nowhere. Vildor looked at the members he was training. Vildor. You guys take 5, it seems I have a new challenger. None of them spoke, they simply left the ground to join the others on the sidelines. Rimuru looked at Diablo, Testarossa, Ultima, and Career. Rimuru. You 4 keep up a barrier. The 4 of them immediately went to the 4 corners and put up a barrier, so that the outside world won't be affected. Rimuru. Alright Vildor, let's set some rules. Vildor. Like what? Rimuru. For starters, no projectiles of any kind, this will strictly be a hand-to-hand match. Vildor just smiled. Vildor. What? Scared that you'll get dust on your nice suit? He said teasingly. Rimuru just smiled back. Rimuru. Exactly, and glad you understand. Murmurs could be heard from the spectators. Can't he just take it off? I don't know, but he does look good in a suit. It also looks expensive. Rimuru just laughed. Vildor. You never change. Rimuru. I don't know what you mean, people have been saying I'm different, a little bloodthirsty. Vildor. I can see why they would say that. Rimuru. What's that supposed to mean? If I go caring about every single life then I'll never be able to do my job. Vildor. What job? You have been playing around without me. Rimuru pouted. Rimuru. I've been extremely busy with work, you know. Vildor. How's building a harem important work? The room was even more silent until one idiot decided to talk. Kid Flash. Man, originally I was scared of that guy, now K might just be jealous. This comment caused him to be hit by several women close to him. All the remaining men stayed quiet, but some of them were thinking the same thing. Rimuru. How dare you, I am so disappointed. I've been servicing myself to keep those powerful women happy so they won't destroy everything in creation. I'd like a little more respect, Vildor. Vildor just laughed out loud. Vildor. My noble brother. I'd expect nothing less, it seems I was wrong, I apologize. Then the 2 of them just started laughing. Finally, Rammers spoke up. Rammers. Are you 2 gonna fight or not? Rimuru and Vildor looked at her back at each other. Rimuru. Yeah. Alright, Vildor, let's do this. Vildor. Come on. The 2 charged at each other with pretty normal speed, so that those watching could keep up, but the moment their fists met the shockwaves shook the entire watchtower. Rimuru and Vildor didn't care, they just kept attacking each other. After every punch they would trough the next one harder and faster. The speed they started with was a thing of the past, for the normal members they were nothing but blurs. For those who could keep up it just got harder to do so because their speed kept increasing by leaps and bounds. Vildor. Take this. He threw a massive punch covered in fighting spirit, only to miss. This course Rimuru dodged and landed a kick in his stomach, sending him crashing into the ground. Sending dust everywhere. Rimuru. Come on, don't play, I know that kick did nothing to you. Vildor. That is true, but don't rush me. All of a sudden Vildor appeared behind Rimuru and delivered an axe blow from above, sending him down. Vildor quickly appeared on the ground before Rimuru hit the ground, delivering a spinning kick toward his guts, sending him flying away. Rimuru managed to stop himself before he hit the barrier. Rimuru. You know this is the reason I use this pseudo body, because it makes fighting more interesting. Vildor. Yeah, stop bragging, we know you're the strongest, no need to rub it in. Rimuru came behind and delivered multiple punches on Vildor's back, sending him off. But while he was flying suddenly, Rimuru came down with an axe kick, putting Vildor in the ground head first. The crowd was silent. Rimuru, you didn't kill him, did you? Rimuru. What, no, but if he did die from a weak attack like that, then he deserved to die. Rimuru said that he looked extremely cold and his handsomeness just added to that. All the members could feel the sweat drip on their backs. Then Vildor spoke. Vildor. Yeah, Rimuru is right, any destroyer that would die from that deserves to die. He launched a kick at Rimuru which was blocked, and then when he tried to counter it, he was also stopped by Vildor. Rimuru. So what's your answer? Vildor. Going to Benimaru's universe just to cause trouble in the past before he made debut, of course I'm in. He laughed. Yes, the whole time they were fighting, Vildor and Rimuru were having a conversation. The two of them stopped fighting. Rimuru. You're leaving me alone. Rimuru. Yeah, we'll be back, I promise, we know you can handle this universe on your own. Rimuru. Whatever, but I better get a reward. Rimuru. Of course, then it's settled. Vildor, before we go, who is gonna go with you? Vildor. No one is fine on my own. Rimuru. Then it's settled, we'll leave tomorrow. Show me, why don't you show me some of the food you have been bragging about? Vildor just smiled and put his arm around Rimuru. Vildor. Follow me.